Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here. We're back with our weekly recaps. This is for the week of March 7th, 2019. And this is going to be a little bit more exciting than our regular recaps because this is also the kind of big recap for update 3.2, which has been out for, as of today, a week. So we're going to start off by going through sort of the basic stuff that we normally go through in the recap, but then we're going to get into these new content and especially focusing on the stuff that isn't in the update notes. So stuff about like glitches and then just a little bit more detail for each character that you can give a little listen if you haven't yet checked out our supplementary videos demonstrating each character individually.
All right, so maybe we'll start with the current challenge, which is Batgirl. She's a 1 week repeat. The required characters are Nightwing, Joker, and Deathstroke, who are available as bronze, silver, and bronze in the store, which is exactly how we like it because it means the cost of entry for even new players is low, and it's a great way to build up your roster of characters.
This week's multiplayer reward is Black Power Battery, which becomes. Do you wanna give this one a try?
All right, so Necrons Scythe.
Yes, because we have put that to bed once and for all.
Yeah, and I gotta say, this is a true legendary gear. I mean, it was recently, just a couple months ago, that it was debuted. But if it had no other ability than just being able to boost damage against stunned opponents, it would be worth a gear slot. It would be legendary. Mm-hmm. But it also has boosted damage against frozen opponents, which makes it even better. And you get 1 revive for knocking out one opponent. Just the one time, but that makes it amazing.
Yeah, that's great for, kind of coincidentally tanking, and especially for taking high damage hit, like low number of hit specials.
Right. And see, the power drain and the lifesteal, they sound great, but because it requires you to be at relatively low health, it doesn't come into play often enough because of how rarely and how short a period of time, even when it does happen.
Yeah, because you're healing back.
The health that low. Right, exactly.
It's inherently pushing itself out of that range whenever you get into that range. So
it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, it would potentially even be better to have it not heal you, just so that you could stay kind of in that zone and reap the power drain.
Yeah,
just by itself.
For sure.
But in the store, we have the Shazam Celebration Pack for 300 nth metal. You get a 5% chance or a 1 in 20 chance to get the Shazam That Matters, the new metal, or I was going to say the new metal 52 Shazam, but it's the new metal new 52 Shazam.
It's like Batman Ninja Batman.
It's the new 52 Shazam. And you get a 9% chance to get Dawn of Justice Superman, Injustice 2 Superman, Kandak Black Adam, New 52 Superman, and Shazam. And then you get at the end the 50% assorted chance of getting other golds. And if you're actually looking at the price of the pack at 300 metal, it seems like it would be more worthwhile to spend 400 nth metal for a 7% chance of Shazam. That's 2 whole extra percent, and that might not seem like a lot for an extra 100 nth metal, but you also get 35% chance at other metal cards, and when you think about it, that's like 1/3 more cost in metal, and you get more than 1/3 greater percent chance to get Shazam. So it's worth it by itself, and on top of that, you get the chance for other metal cards. So unless you actually want the other gold cards in the pack, it's definitely a better bet to get the cheaper, the more expensive nth metal pack.
Yeah. Right. So, and if you do actually want some of those other cards and you're able to be patient, those other cards have been available for power credits. Mm-hmm. So that's probably a better consideration. And I just wanted to point something out that I realize now. The fact that in the Shazam Celebration Pack, 3 of them are Supermen.
Yeah.
Is that like a tacit acknowledgement from DC that Shazam, Captain Marvel, was a bit of a ripoff of Superman?
I don't know.
Speaking of Captain Marvel, can't wait for that to come out this weekend anyway.
Sorry. Oh, yeah. We also have the Batman Universe Cash Pack, which comes with Gaslight Batman and Flashpoint Batman. You get 1 copy of each for $26.99 Canadian, and you also get a copy of the Batmobile, which is a sort of mediocre legendary gear. And by mediocre, I mean the worst legendary gear.
Yeah, so I like to say, as I like to say, it's legendary, not legendary gear. Um, so
it's like a personal character gear in disguise.
That's right. That's right. Oh, Man of Steel pack though, I really like that. Man of Steel Zod, Man of Steel Superman. They are both fun to play with. We've used them as part of a team a bunch of times. Most recently with Elseworld Flash, and I will link that in the description. And it's a decent price. It's more than decent price when you compare them to the price of the recent challenge characters. They're 247,500 credits for a pack, 2 characters, and we're seeing so many characters now that are clearly they're more powerful, but they're each copy to promote is 500,000 credits.
We also have the new 52 Wonder Woman challenge pack, and that's for what looks like one more week. You get a 6.16% chance of getting new 52 Wonder Woman instead of the usual 2.86% chance. And for that honor, all it's going to run you is 50,000 more per pack than the regular 150,000 credit challenge pack. And as good as New 52 Wonder Woman is, I mean, she is the cornerstone of our Justice League team. The increase in chance to get her just is not worth the extra money. And I don't think it would be worth it for literally any of the challenge characters.
Yeah, so that was sarcasm earlier when you said it was, just 50,000.
Oh, yeah, all it will cost you.
Yeah. Nth Metal Pack, something's been happening with them, and it's kind of funny. The Ultimate has been coming and going sort of randomly. So it looked like it was removed when we first updated, then it came back, and it looks like it's removed again now in the footage that we've got. So hopefully the way that that's behaving, that's an error on their part, and their intention is to keep it. Because now they've added the new metal cards, so Batman Ninja Catwoman, New 52 Shazam, New 52 Black Adam, in addition to the original metal cards, which is Merciless, Batman Who Laughs, and Batman Ninja Nightwing.
Yeah.
And any one individual's card drop rate has been cut in half, but the overall chance of getting a medal in each of the packs has remained about the same.
Or approximately cut in half, not in all cases.
Well, it's close enough. I mean, I think that's what they were trying to do because they've doubled the number of characters you can get, which is 6 instead of 3. So in the Ultimate pack, if it ever comes back, there's a 60% chance of getting a metal card, but there's 6 of them, so instead of 20% each, it's 10% each.
Yeah, but the Pro Pack has slightly improved chances. It's a 42% over 6 cards instead of what used to be a 39% chance over 3. So not a big difference. 3% is not huge, but it's something.
Yeah, because they're now 7% each, but they dropped from 13% each when they were 3 and 7% each with 6. Yeah.
And we also have the Darkseid cash pack in the store for $26.99. You get a copy of the Not Good Darkseid. You get gear, you get support cards, and you get 100,000 power credits. Now, I still don't think this is a very good deal, but if you actually look at the way that they've priced their other in-app purchases, especially power credits, it's $10.44 for 84,000 or $20.90 for 192,000 power credits. So, they're offering you more than $10 worth of value, at least in their own estimation, by bundling in the 100,000 power credits here. But I mean, for people who are actually playing, I think, and people who weren't already buying in-app purchases, I don't think this changes anything about sort of the cost value analysis.
Yeah, but that's like you were saying before about, anchoring in the Overton window, basically, because they've started at that price, it makes it almost worth it. If we didn't have that kind of pricing on power credits, it would be such a ripoff.
I think it would only be the Overton window if Darkseid was political. Maybe he was espousing some very extremist viewpoints in either direction.
Yeah. Okay.
If Darkseid had really, really strong opinions on hot button political issues, then maybe it would be the Overton window.
Fair enough. Phantom Zone has come and gone. It looks like there's some sort of problem that they're having still where sometimes progress is kept, and we've seen that not only in reports on the forums but also in our own accounts, where one account might be ready to have the boss battle, another account might be locked showing that it's finished and needing to spend 50 nth metal to even get the first round in. So hopefully they figure that out. And the last little bit of sort of regular recap, I'll let you announce this because
this is very exciting. Survivor is finally giving out something beside Suicide Squad companion gears for the first time since before November 2017. There are Fourth World gears at last. So now is the time, if you need any Fourth World Gears, to spend all those last laugh tickets that you've been saving up since you got all of your Suicide Squad companion gears. And the Fourth World Gear set says it's going to be there until the 20th of March 2019, and for the first time in a very long time, I believe them that that's true. And you know,
what was funny actually about that is when the update dropped, it looked like the iOS users were having the same issue as Android were previously, and they were, as Android was fixed, iOS was broken, they were getting only Suicide Squad companion gears for a while.
Yeah. So that's good. I think I'm cautiously optimistic. I still think there's the absolutely tiniest chance that for some reason it's now broken in another way, but I think for now, that would be a real slap in the face, wouldn't it, if we could only get Fourth World Gears now, and it turns out we just need to wait a few updates in between each rotation now.
Better than a year and a bit, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I do believe that it is fixed now, and I think we'll be able to say confidently when it changes maybe one more time is when I'm willing to, like, actually, I don't know, fully get my hopes up, fully buy in.
Yeah. So we should get to the new content now.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll start with the actual release notes.
Yeah, a dramatic reading, I think.
Well, let me have a go at this.
Okay.
What's new? Behold, the latest Phantom Zone characters. Batman Ninja Catwoman, New 52 Shazam, and New 52 Black Adam.
I don't know if you hit the fact that their names were all in caps properly.
I should be yelling it, right?
Yeah. Batman Ninja Catwoman.
Catwoman. Catwoman's dark power specials can steal opponents' gear. Shazam's strengths are endless with the power of Shazam. And Black Adam has the ability to increase how quickly Metal Tier teammates earn their dark power specials. Unlock these characters through Phantom Zone and the Nth Metal Pack. This update also includes fixes to Survivor Mode, where Nth Metal can now be earned as a reward. And I should point out, actually, when they say Survivor Mode, Nth Metal, it's only 25. It's in that spinning circle that you do before you play a fight, and you earn it if you win that fight. But because there's only 3 of the wedges that are potentially Nth Metal in that whole wheel, and by my count, there's 32 wedges on the wheel, that's less than a 10% chance that you're going to be able to get 25 Nth Metal on any given fight, which is even a little bit worse, I think, than Last Laugh tickets, which is 4 out of 32. So still not great. The best, I think, at this point will be both Phantom Zone and multiplayer.
Yeah. Okay, and so this is kind of moving on to stuff that is not in the patch notes. They've changed it so that you no longer see how many more copies you need for the next promotion, but it's
of
still,
metal characters, right?
For metal characters, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. But it still takes more than one, and we actually know it only takes 25 copies now instead of the previous 44 to get from no copies of them all the way up to Elite 7. Okay. So the progression.
Yeah. It's funky, right?
The progression's a little funky, yeah. So Elite 1 is 1 copy. Elite 2 is 2 copies. Elite 3 is 3 copies. Elite 4 takes 3 copies. So this is where it breaks from the pattern. Again, Elite 5 is 4 copies. Elite 6 is 5 copies. And Elite 7 takes 6 copies. So if you actually look at it, including the initial acquisition of the card, the step pattern for how much it costs is 1 copy, 1 copy, 2 copy, 3 copy, 3 copies, 4 copies, 5 copies, 6 copies.
It's like somebody stuttering when they're counting 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, it's like a really badly made Fibonacci sequence. It's like somebody heard a Fibonacci sequence once years ago, and then we're like, oh yeah, I think I know what it is. It's like 1 and 3 happens twice, right?
Yeah. More news too is that they did announce in the release notes is that there's a new page of battle. So there's a 9th page, and there doesn't seem to be any special bonuses either. Not only do you not get anything fancy, because the last 2 bonus levels, like on 7 and 8, I think there was Killer Croc and Gauntlets of Azrael.
Yeah, and I think the bonus battles have always traditionally given you rewards.
Right, something special.
Yeah.
And this time nothing. And Battle 62 looks like it's broken for pretty much everybody. Everybody's been telling us, and we've confirmed it for ourselves, that the last fight, there's nobody in the opposition team, but there's a button for fighting. and you can't actually do anything. You try to fight it and you crash.
Yeah, so don't, I guess.
Yeah. It might even be worth waiting until they fix it, and maybe those rewards should be there and they'll correct it. And even if you don't get a reward, it might be worth waiting for the bonus double credits weekend, that sometimes comes up, and squeeze as much kashish or power credits out of it as you can.
Yeah, and I think now is a good time to talk about the new characters, and we'll link in the description a playlist for the 3 new characters if you want to check it out for yourself. But we can do maybe just a quick rundown of each of them, sort of like the beginning couple minutes of each of our individual videos. And maybe if somebody wants to in the comments do a timestamp for people who want to skip this, you can scroll down and hopefully it'll be there. I don't know. We're not going to do it. I don't think, but maybe somebody else will offer that service.
Maybe even just a quick summary, right? Like, because the point is we've gone into detail. Let's just link it in the description.
Yeah,
they can see our really detailed discussion. But I think the bottom line for me is that Batman Ninja Catwoman is like the best in class.
Mm-hmm.
She's spectacular. Her ability her passive means that she could pretty much solo anything on her own. Mm-hmm. And she gets a little bit of support from having two extra lives from having Batman Ninja teammates.
Yeah.
New 52 Shazam is interesting mainly because he gives us a chance to create a teammate that is completely invulnerable to any damage, whether it's specials, basics, or even if you use Arkham Knight Batman, damage over time.
Oh, that's actually something. Yeah.
Yeah, and the only problem with that is that I think you can basically win any fight unless it's a radiation battle, and because in order to get to the invulnerable Arkham Knight Batman, you need to have all defensive gears, so his offensive output is really limited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's a way to slowly but guaranteed win any sort of online battle. Although, I think theoretically, is there a situation that you could run into where we could fight this team and then not be able to deal any damage?
Yeah. Well, yes and no. I mean, the AI will be using their power, right? And part of the power's effect
that's true.
with Batman Ninja helmet is what makes him completely invulnerable.
Yeah, so but there is a chance that we'll end up squaring off against somebody who's mostly invulnerable.
Yeah. And really the key is if they have damage over time immunity. If they don't, then we can, cut through them like a hot knife through butter. But other stuff not in the release notes, but just I guess more commentary. So Valorium Alloy, it's still only available in the Phantom Zone, and it is the rate limiting step for maxing out any of the metal cards. And so just one interesting data point is on our one account, we've maxed out every single replay of the Phantom Zone for every season so far, meaning when they started having buy-ins available, 50 nth metal to buy more buy-ins to generate more Valorium Alloy.
Yeah.
Total Valorium Alloy on that one account where we've done everything is 17,000 only.
Yeah, approximately.
And if we look at the numbers, the cost of maxing out the passive and the just regular specials is 19,620. But if you include the dark power part of the special 1 and special 2, you still need 35,370, which is a far cry from 17,000. Yeah.
Yeah, so anybody who has dark power specials maxed out is definitely a hacker. There's no way they will have earned that much Valorium Alloy, and it looks like just right now, unfortunately, no matter how much you're playing, really, you're going to have a limited amount of Valorium Alloy, where, Survivor, right, if you really just put the time in ground, it's theoretically possible that you could earn nth metal just for playing, right? And you're just the extra sort of ways to earn it. They're slowly introducing more and kind of rejiggering how much stuff costs. But unfortunately, it looks like Valorium Alloy is not getting the same treatment.
Right. We'll see. I mean, the other times where there's been a real clear deficiency in access to resources, they've usually been pretty good at correcting stuff. At least in Injustice, Gods Among Us. I won't comment on any of the other NetherRealm games.
Moving on to the current glitches, just remember that every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist that you can reach by clicking the eye in the top right corner of this video. We are Android only, so we're only able to confirm these glitches for Android. If you're on iOS and you see a question from an iOS user asking for help in the comments, please consider helping out. And I think we can start right in on the significant not working glitches.
Yeah.
And these are especially important, right? Because updates tends to be when stuff changes, when stuff either starts working or stops working or shifts around.
Right. And we always start with this, or we've not always, we've recently been choosing to start like this because we keep the playlist of working glitches updated. And so most of the questions we get is, well, is this working? Is this working for stuff that's not working? So for us, there's no glitch for unlimited power credits.
Yeah, and we've mentioned this in other places, like Season 6, Episode 9 of our P and Q and C and A and T. But just to reiterate, some people have been successfully exploiting a glitch that requires 2 devices being logged simultaneously into one account for personal reasons, I guess. Just especially a fear of how safe it is. We are not going to be testing or advocating for the use of that glitch because we've had bad experiences with being logged into multiple accounts, being logged into the same account on multiple devices. It was not a good time. So we're just going to it's not officially endorsed by us. Definitely people have been making use of it, and I mean, if you want to, I'm sure you'll be able to seek out that information and find it for yourself. It's just not something that we are comfortable kind of backing.
Right. So there's no glitch for getting past multiplayer season rewards repeatedly. And if you do, that can sometimes be the first sign that your progress is corrupted. What you should probably do if that happens, where you're getting multiple season rewards that you've gotten before, shut down the game, swipe it out, and restart it. Because what it means is that your account was corrupted. If it's thinking that you didn't get those previous season rewards, and if you're lucky, you lose a few weeks of progress, and if you're unlucky, you may lose months.
Yeah. And there's also no way to get early multiplayer season rewards. Also nothing to get through the Phantom Zone quickly, and I think that wraps up stuff that is currently not working that people might be asking about.
Right. So working glitches. Breakthrough glitch, it is still working. So you can play it repeatedly with the shifting in time zones. We've kept the cut and pasted comment from the viewer in the description with a potential solution for people who are having trouble playing extra breakthroughs. We're still not having trouble. It's working perfectly fine in 3.2.
The challenge reset method that requires Google Play Cloud Save is working, and that's confirmed on the current Batgirl challenge. At least one viewer has confirmed that it resets Phantom Zone progress, so not relevant right now, but in general, be willing to lose Phantom Zone progress if you use this glitch.
Airplane mode / refund glitch, still working, good for both packs with random drops, also known as loot boxes, and last laugh tickets. I was actually a little bit worried when I was reading the description of the new permissions when the 3.2 update came, that maybe they were going to do something so that even offline there would be an issue and they would track it, but it's not. It's still it works fine. We've seen people saying that even in cases like the Phantom Zone where it requires an internet connection, that they're actually able to do something with swapping accounts to re-roll for the final Phantom Zone reward. It doesn't work for us, so we're not going to recommend it, but it seems like the people who are saying that it works are all iOS users. And the difference, this airplane mode glitch, there's a difference in price between the cheapest pack, 200, and what you can sell back a metal character for, which is 240. So if you're really motivated and you don't value your time enough, then I guess you could use it. Well, no, it's just 40 nth metal each time is not a lot. And I'd almost rather spend that playing than, resetting the game after, like, the 200 nth metal pack only is like 2% each. So you've got a 12% chance of getting a metal character and an 88% chance that you're going to need to be resetting your game.
Yeah, so if you have the time and nth metal is that valuable to you, there is a currently working exploit for nth metal, but it's very slow. It really feels like earning it, except normally in earning it you actually get to play.
Yeah, now that it's available in Survivor, even just the 25 makes it better than that, actually.
Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play and energy recharges. As always, return your clock back to normal before you finish your cooldown clock specifically, because you always have to return your clock back to normal before you finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, and the free energy without having to watch a video still works. We've cut and pasted one iOS user's potential solution. That's Dragons952. It's in the description. If the free energy button is grayed out for iOS users, they were able to do this successfully, but we can't tell you whether it actually works or not because we are not iOS.
And finally, it seems a little bit less important with all this other information that's in this video, but still has a special place in my heart. In between the not working and working glitches, we have the promotion glitch, where you can promote characters that are still locked. It has not had the right conditions since update 2.14, so it's still not testable, still not usable. Unlike Survivor, this looks like it's going to be a fixture that has a little bit more staying power, and by Survivor I do mean Survivor being broken. That was with us for a while. It's time to say goodbye, and I honestly don't miss it, but you know, at least the promotion glitch is still with us in this state of limbo.
Right. Okay, and that's it for this week.
Yeah, let's talk about ourselves for a second. We have a Patreon, and if you want to support what we do, if you think stuff like this is content that you enjoy and it has some sort of value to you, and you want to indicate to us that it does have value to you, you can go to patreon.com/bdckr or click our little picture at the bottom right corner at the end of this video and toss us a couple bucks a month, and we'd really appreciate it. I was going to say like prove our appreciation, but this isn't really to prove our appreciation. We just want to show our appreciation for the people who have already made that decision to support us. So a huge thank you. Do you want to take it away?
Yeah, big thanks to Console Peasant and Eddie G, who are supporting us at the top tier Last Word, iProfit, who's supporting us at the Your Message Here tier, and Sean Farrell and Daniel Simonson, who are supporting us on the credited level.
So there we go. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you to all of you so much for watching. We will see you next time.
Komoda.